Welcome back for game number 2 on the Vol State Sports Network here in the fall of 2024. This is game 2 of the Dinger JUCO Showcase in Carbondale, Illinois. We are on the campus of Southern Illinois University, playing at Richard Itchy Jones Stadium. Pioneers will take on the Falcons of Southeastern Illinois College. Will be the visitors here in game number 2. Let's get to the Toyota of Gallatin starting lineups. First for the visitors from Vol State, Gallatin, Tennessee. Elijah Harris will lead off, play second base. Tucker Lorenz playing shortstop, batting second. Batting third, playing third is Hudson Blank. Batting fourth, playing center field, Brody Prairie. And batting fifth in left field is Cooper Wallace. Cole Ulrich is the DH, or one of two, and he will bat sixth. J.C. Menendez behind the plate. Batting seventh, Abe Goolsby down at first base, hitting eighth. Jaden Perez out in right field, batting ninth, and Kobe Ross, DH, hitting 10th. As they will face, to start this game, Gavin Lake, sophomore right-hander, 6'2", 195 pounds from Mississauga, Ontario. This is game 1 of the showcase for Southeastern Illinois, located about, I think, 30 minutes away from Carbondale. I had that information as to where they were from. Let's see if I can pull that up. Pioneers, if you weren't with us in game 1, they ended up tying with Lewis and Clark 5-5. See where that shows. Harrisburg, Illinois. So music is going to need to be shut off as we are set to play. Here is Elijah Harris steps in from the right side, the freshman from Cynthiana, Kentucky. We are underway at 3:06 p.m. Game time temperature, 77 degrees here under cloudy skies. Tapper to the right side to be gloved by the pitcher, Gavin Lake, and he'll throw on to first base for out number 1. Tucker Lorenz, another true freshman, will step to the plate from the left side. Lorenz from Loudon, Tennessee, Sweetwater High School, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. Either one of those guys play the middle infield, Elijah Harris and Tucker Lorenz. You can put them in at either second or short as Lake gets first pitch in there for a called strike. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch, 81 miles an hour, and Lake is ahead in the count. Did not get the list of pitchers that Southeastern will send to the mound here in their first game. A line drive, that's going to be off of the pitcher and carry him over into foul territory. That's going to be an infield single, and we'll have to check on Gavin Lake, see if he's okay. The ball was smoked up the middle. See if I can look at the replay here and see where that got him. That line drive right up the middle. I think that got him on the pitching arm. As I look back on the replay, if you're watching on YouTube, which is the only place you can be watching, you can go back and hit to the far left of the screen, and it'll go back 10 seconds, 15 seconds or whatever, so, and then you can get back live with me. But Gavin Lake's going to try to stay in this ball game. Been looking forward to this for a good while, so I'm sure he doesn't want to come out of the game. Couple of fastballs there at about 82 and 84. The radar gun and miles per hour digital clock that's right behind home plate. The MPH doesn't stay up there very long, so got to look through the hat of a young man that's sitting right in front of me. See if I can get to it. But Hudson Blank steps in, throw over to first base, and Tuckler Renz just to get back. Blank 6'2", 175-pound utility player. Get behind the plate, play second base, third base. Pretty sure he can play shortstop. He's from Marissa, Illinois. Another throw over to first, and Lorenz back. Played high school baseball down in Florida at Merritt Island High School. And the pitch catches the outside corner, says our home plate umpire, Fanu Manu Lanu. First name unknown, middle name unknown, last name unknown. I just don't know it. He's got them. I just don't have a list of the umpires here. Line drive down that right field line. That's going to drop fair. Right fielder over to pick it up quickly. Blank's going to go to second. A double clutch attempt out there by the right fielder, Parker Mathis. He faked the throw in and then held the baseball, but it's going to be a one-out double, a dudette double off the bat of Hudson Blank. And the Pioneers have runners at second and third here with one out. Back-to-back hits. As Blank just reached out and touched that one. Served it down the right field line. Sun is now peeking through the clouds. It rained right after game one concluded. First pitch swinging. Brody Prairie had a pitch to hit. Fouls it straight back. Hey, the count stays at 0-1. Brody from Rossview High School. He's a two-way player. Might get on the mound in this ball game as well. Right now playing in center field. Lifts one out to left field. It might be playable, but it won't be caught as Fernando Andujar, the left fielder, gives chase, but it one hops into the Vol State bullpen down the left side. Count goes no balls and 2 strikes to the true freshman, Brody Prairie, 6'2", 195-pound general studies major. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee. His father is an Army doctor, Troy, and mom is Shannon Prairie. Younger brother to Chase, Logan, and Bryce. 4 boys in the Prairie household. He starts to go, pitches low and inside. See if they check down. They're going to go ahead and check with the third base umpire. There's 3 umpire crew here. He says no, he did not go. The count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Cooper Wallace, another player from Clarksville. Got about half a dozen Clark's Vegas players here from 3 different high schools. Slider misses up. Looks like Gavin Lake, after he took that line drive, what I believe was off of his right arm, his pitching arm. Looks like he's okay. He might feel that one a little bit later. Not sure if he was slated to go 2 innings, and maybe he'll just go 1. 2-2 pitch. That misses inside. Nice play by Kyson Nessler to keep that one from going to the backstop. And we'll have our first Full Count Ministries full count of game number 2. Ball State against Southeastern Illinois. The Falcons from Harrisburg, Illinois. Runners at second and third, 1 out. And the full count pitch swung on and missed. That's 2 outs. That'll bring up Cooper Wallace. Has emails and chats from Tara Goodman earlier. Linda Isaacs is back. I see your email now down there in Alba, Texas. Ground ball to the left side. Going to be a tough play. Backhanded by Vasquez. Throw on to first base, and they get Cooper Wallace. First pitch swinging. Nice play by Vasquez on the long throw from the hole at shortstop. And Gavin Lake ends up wiggling off the hook with runners in scoring position after the double by Hudson Blank put runners at second and third with one out. Strikes out Brody Prairie and gets Cooper Wallace to ground out. No runs. There was 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning and tell you about the starting pitcher for game number 2. It's one of the 6 players from Clarksville. It's Max Castle. Played his high school baseball at Clarksville Academy. 6 foot, 175 pound sophomore. He's the son of Jeep and Elizabeth Castle, brother to Casey and Caroline and Harrison, grandson of Grandmummy in Franklin, North Carolina, and Mimi in Cullowhee, North Carolina. Max pitched an inning on Wednesday. Actually started the game against Cumberland, went 1 inning, gave up a walk, strikeout, and a hit batter in his 1 inning of work. The Pioneers threw 9 pitchers in a 9-inning game against Cumberland Junior Varsity squad and delivered a 2-hit shutout, 15-0 in that win. Max Castle will look to pound the strike zone here against the Falcons of Southeastern Illinois. I'm trying to think if Vol State has played Southeastern. I'm not even sure if Vol State's played them in the fall since I've been broadcasting, since the spring of 2022. It did not broadcast in the fall of 21, but broadcast in the fall of 22, 23, and now this is the 3rd fall that I'm broadcasting for head coach Jim McGuire in his 4th year of work at Vol State, his 37th year overall. Was prior to his hire at Vol State by athletic director Bobby Hudson. He was a director of baseball operations at Hit After Hit Baseball Academy for 3 years, 2018 to 2021. And from 2012 to 2018, he was the head coach at Middle Tennessee State University. Prior to that, for 20 years, he was the associate or assistant head coach or assistant coach at MTSU under Steve Peterson. He is from Belleville, Illinois. That is a suburb of St. Louis, a couple hours away from here. And former head coach at Wren Lake, as well as assistant at Wren Lake, another junior college. As Castle gets a breaking pitch in there for a called strike to begin the at-bat of Eleazar Chavert. Second pitch is outside the zone. Chavert, the leadoff batter and center fielder, now looking at a 2-ball, 1 strike count. 5'9", 150 pound from Puerto Rico. Freshman outfielder. 2-1 pitch. Fouls that breaking pitch off. Count moves 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you want to join the show, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. I will give you a shout out, just like Linda Isaacs, Carson Sanders. Let's see, what does he call you? We got to find that. I don't ask him what their grandparents' names are. I said, what do you call them? That pitch gets away from J.C. Menendez. Ball might be a little wet. Max Castle looks over that one. Of a full count. Ministry's full count. Calls you Grandma. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Down goes Chavert with a swinging strikeout. Full count rhythm. That's a roof store strikeout, as my grandson loves to say. He likes a AAA auto glass foul ball and a roof store strikeout. 1 out, Parker Mathis, the right fielder, stands in, looks at a pitch right down the can at 86 miles an hour for a called strike. Left-handed hitter on deck, Aaron Sanders, the third baseman. Max tried to step on one there. It came in at 87. The problem was it skipped up to the plate. And they don't allow bounce strikes here at the JUCO Showcase. Appreciate all of you that emailed in the show today. Game 1, now in Game 2. Changeup misses inside. Castle, one of the 11 players, part of the Full Count Ministries D group. Third year for such a group with the Vol State baseball team. Had 5 in year 1, had 10 last year, and right now we got 11. We're going to see how committed all 11 of those guys are. We started and finished with 10 a year ago, starting with 11 right now. Castle misses again, low and inside, and another Full Count Ministries full count. Breaking pitch again, and a similar result. A strikeout. This one a backward K. And the first two are retired in the Southeastern lineup. Brings to the plate third baseman Aaron Sanders. As Max Castle works quickly and throws one in before Sanders even gets in the box. Just kidding, folks. That's not allowed. First pitch, breaking pitch down in the turf, all artificial turf. Sanders, 6 foot, 190-pound redshirt freshman. He's from Murfreesboro, but not Tennessee. He's from Murfreesboro, Illinois, and it's spelled differently than the Murfreesboro in Tennessee. That gets in there for a called strike. I believe I missed a ball. I think we got a 2-1 count. We do. 2 outs and nobody on. Bottom of the first inning. Just getting started in Game 2 of the Dinger JUCO Showcase here in Carbondale and Marion, Illinois. Playing at SIU, Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. Also playing games. Other teams are. JUCO's playing at John A. Logan as their breaking pitch is grounded down the third base line, but it's foul. Count will go full to the third batter. Let's see if he throws another full count breaking pitch. Also playing over at Mountain Dew Park, also known as, or formerly known as, Rent One Park. I think it's also been known as maybe Marion Park. So 3 different locations for the showcase. The full count pitch is in the dirt, gets away to the left. JC can't see it, and the runner's going to round first and head to second. No throw as Aaron Sanders is going to reach on ball 4 and a wild pitch. That's an unusual way to get to second base with 2 outs. Walk into a wild pitch. Good job by Sanders to hustle out of the box, though, and the first base coach aggressive sending him. Menendez could not locate that ball right out of the chute, so there's a deep drive to left field. Back goes Cooper Wallace. He's not going to get to that one. It's going to hit off the base of the wall, off the bat of Dawson Griffith, and he's going to pull into second base with an RBI double. On the first pitch he sees from Max Castle, so 2-out walk comes back to hurt the Pioneers. Southeastern takes the lead 1-0. It's the first hit of the ball game and the first run for either team. Brings up left-handed hitting DH Griffin Gladich. First pitch misses low and away. Redshirt freshman J.C. Menendez behind the plate, having to work on several pitches down in the turf. Goes to one knee and catches the fastball outside. Castle trying to work out after striking out the first two batters on full count pitches. Chavert went down swinging and Mathis went down looking, both on breaking pitches. But Sanders, who got a full count breaking pitch, as that one is fouled at the plate. Sanders reached on the walk, that breaking pitch stayed inside and in the turf, got away from the catcher. Kicked all the way over to the Pioneer on deck circle. Menendez had trouble finding it. Sanders went all the way to second base. There's another swing and a miss there. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at second. Gladich from British Columbia gets several Canadians. Here starts to swing. They check out at the base umpire on the breaking pitch that misses outside. And 4 out of 5 batters will face a full count. Ministries full count here in the bottom of the first. Not sure if Castle is set to go 2 innings or 1, but he delivers. Breaking pitch swung on a miss and strikes out the side, but in between a walk and a double plate the first run of the ball game for Southeastern Illinois, as they lead now after 1 inning. We're scheduled for 7 here at SIU. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Tim Reese back on the Vol State Sports Network. We are moving to the top of the second inning. Gavin Lake back out for his second inning of work. Good to see that he's feeling good enough to go back out for his second inning. He'll face Cole Ulrich, J.C. Menendez, Abe Goolsby, 6, 7, and 8 here for Vol State. Cole Ulrich, a redshirt freshman from Hendersonville High School, Hendersonville, Tennessee. Left-handed hitting first baseman and outfielder. Looks at the first pitch outside. Now goes 2 balls and no strikes. 6'1", 195-pound Redshirt freshman, son of Rob and Amy Ulrich, brother to Kyle and Chase, grandson of Grammy in Tampa, Florida, and Pops and Grandma up in Maine. Swings at that changeup, fouls it off to the left side. Cole had one of the 3, 4, 5 surgeries that Pioneer players had this past year. He was down as a medical red shirt last year. Swing and a miss. Another off-speed pitch. Cole had 2 at-bats in the game on Wednesday against Cumberland. Walked and was hit by a pitch, scored a run. 2-2 pitch right at his chin. And we'll have a full count, Ministries full count, leading off the top of the second inning. I'd see Cole Ulrich get a pitch right here he can handle. Did not see him really in much action at all, even last fall, and just gets a piece of that breaking pitch. It's been the theme of the day. I have not seen, if I've seen him, I haven't been paying attention. There's been a lot of breaking pitches on full count pitches, especially the first one after the count becomes full. And if they swing 53% of the time, they're going to foul it off. Major League Baseball, I think that averages or percentage is 70. He takes ball in the turf. Nice block there by the catcher, Kyson Nessler. But the on-base machine, Cole Ulrich, reaches again. First walk of the ball game by Gavin Lake. He gave up back-to-back singles to Tucker Lorenz and Hudson Blank. Actually, an infield single to Lorenz went off of his arm. It was a line drive right back at him, and then a double by Hudson Blank into down a right field line. Menendez tries to poke one over there in that right center field gap. It is large. Right fielder Parker Mathis playing over toward the right field line, and Eliezer Chever is playing in deep center field straight away. Left fielder Fernando Andujar is playing shaded toward the left field line as well. Throw over to first. Ulrich, always a threat to steal at first. Just kidding. I don't think Cole's considered one of the stolen base threats on the Pioneers. He just looks mean over there. Then he is in between shaves. Every day he wakes up, he's in between shaves. Former hockey player from up in Maine. He acts like he's going to take off. Swing and a miss by Menendez. He's down in the count 0-2. Just wanted to show a quick first step. Lucas Wilburn, the volunteer assistant coach in his first year, is coaching down at first base. I guess they don't have to wear their helmets here as they coach in the showcase. Coach McGuire, I saw that he brought his helmet, but he's not wearing it, and neither is Lucas down at first base. Coach McGuire, he's flashing signs out at the third base line. JC has dirt on his right leg already. Slider misses up. And inquiring minds want to know, on an all artificial turf surface, where did JC Menendez get dirt on that right shin guard? Well, my investigative mind goes to, it's probably already inside the shin guard. It's popped up out to center field. On comes Chever. He's got to come just past the logo and ends up making the catch. He was playing deep in center field. There's the first out of the inning. So I'm guessing that dirt is coming from his shin guard as he puts it on, kneels down on that right leg. Because these were all white pants Coach McGuire gave out yesterday at practice. Abe Goolsby stands in from Gallatin High School. Gallatin swings at the first pitch, slices it down the right field line, but it will take one hop and go over the thigh-high wall down the right field line and out of play. Gillsby, a corner infielder. True freshman, 6'3", 215-pound, pre-health major. Son of Keith and Molly Gillsby. Looks at ball one. The 1-1 count with one out and a runner at first. As a sister, an older sister, Amy, who's a Vol State alum. Also graduated from Tennessee Tech. As an older brother, Adam, who played baseball at Lee University. An Uncle Bryant, an Uncle Rick, Aunt Mary, and an Uncle Wes might be listening in on the Vol State Sports Network. Glad to have you. If you are, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. Let me know where you're watching from. Another ball lined foul down the right field line. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Abe Gillsby, first met him at the Old Timers Banquet in Nashville this past January. I went there along with Coach Jim McGuire. Attended the Old Timers Banquet there, and I believe Abe got a scholarship. He was an award winner. Yanked low and outside. Nice backhand by Kyson Nessler, the catcher, to keep Ulrich at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0. Southeastern leads in this scrimmage game. There are some special rules if you're just joining us here for game 2. Go over those in just a minute. Another pitch low and outside. Got hit with it with one of the rules is that ended the game is a 2-hour and 20-minute time limit. And with 1 out and 1 on, the winning run, would, in effect, was at second base. Next thing I know, fly ball's being hit to center field by Easton Denning, and Luke Lawson's running. The ground ball foul goes past third base coach Jim McGuire. No effort. That's a full count first pitch foul ball. So found out that it was the time limit. So that was the last batter that could come to the plate. So Pioneers and the Lewis and Clark Trailblazers tied 5-5, 7 full innings. Full count pitch, swung on and missed. Out number 2. A leadoff walk. Cole Ulrich still standing down at first base. No movement after a fly out and a strikeout. It's the second strikeout of the ball game by Gavin Lake, on for his second inning. That brings up Jaden Perez, the brother cousin of J.C. Menendez down in Miami, Florida. Very likable young man. Very personable. Always says hello to me. Swings, and I think he might have got a little piece of that one into the glove. 5'11", 190-pound freshman. Miami, Florida, played his high school baseball at Western High School. He's the brother of Jenna and Jesse. Change up. Maybe that was a fastball. It's registered at 86. Looked like it was off speed, but it was low and inside. Son of Roger and Jessica Perez. I met Roger this past week. Actually last weekend, and I think he stayed all the way till Wednesday in the Cumberland game. Jaden has a nanny in Miami and an abuelo and an abuela in Miami, Florida. That's grandpa and grandma in Spanish. Just missed outside. The count goes 3 balls and a strike to Perez. Out in front of that pitch right there and laces it down the right field line, and we'll have another Full Count Ministries Full Count. Go to fullcountministries.com to find out all the ministries doing for baseball players, not only in Middle Tennessee, also down in the Birmingham area and around the world, specifically in Nicaragua, up in Mazante and parts all around there, is mission trips in the summer and full count fall leagues. Runner goes and the pitch is high. That is ball 4. Throw down to second base. Guessing Nestler didn't realize the count was full. Puts runners at first and second walk of the inning. It's a live baseball, folks. If it goes into center field and Cole Ulrich feels the urge, he could have run on to third base, but Freddie Vasquez, the shortstop, able to handle that one. That'll bring up Kobe Ross, the number 10 hole hitter here in the 10-batter lineup for head coach Jim McGuire. Two-way player, Kobe Ross, wearing the number 42. Looks at a first pitch in there for a called strike. He asked, he said, "Do you think they'll let me keep this number?" I said, "I don't know that the regular jerseys go up to 42. Maybe they do. So, but in the fall, they go up to 51 at least. 6'3", 205 pound true freshman from Louisville Christian. And looks at it. Strike there. That is 0-2. Kobe got one at-bat in the game on Wednesday against Cumberland. Popped out to the first baseman. Fastball at 86, misses low and away. Not running commercials today. I'm having some electronic problems with the cord that goes from my audio mixer to the computer. Not really sure why. I got two different cords, tried them both, and they both having issues. There's a ground ball to short. Vasquez goes the short way over to second base to get the force, and that is out number 3. No runs, no hits in the inning, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Assume Gavin Lake's day is done, and he ends up with no runs, 2 hits, strikes out 2, walks 2, does not plunk a batter. So after getting a line drive off of his elbow, ended up coming back and only gave up 1 hit after that, did walk 2 here in this second inning. Max Castle back out for his second inning of work. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Tim Reese here with the bottom of the second inning. Thanks for joining me on YouTube channel for Vol State Athletics. Year number 4 with head coach Jim McGuire. Got on that bus early, the Pyramid travel bus. Owner and driver Ricky. I don't think I know his last name. If I've heard it, I don't remember it right now. Very, very nice man. Max Castle delivers the first pitch to Kyson Nestler, number 6 hole hitter, high and tight. Nestler spins away from that one. There's a fastball grounded 2 short. Charging, gloving Tucker Lorenz throws on to Abe Goolsby for out number 1. It's the first out recorded other than a strikeout. Max Castle struck out 3 of the 5 batters in the first inning. Gave up a walk and an RBI double. Facing 5 in the inning. Freddie Vasquez, the shortstop, stands in. One of these guys is from Clarksville. Let's see if it's him. Nope, he's from Puerto Rico. I think it's the man on deck. So it'll be Clarksville against Clarksville. Another ground ball to the left side, backhanded by Lorenz. Long throw in the turf, dug out by Abe Goolsby. Nice play by both Lorenz and Goolsby. And Vasquez is retired on the ground out. And Rigo Cervera from Northwest High School in Clarksville, 5'9", 135, folks. That's what's on the roster. 135. He's the second baseman. Looks at a pitch well above his frame for ball 1. Not sure if Clarksville Academy faced Northwest High School. He called that a strike. That was neck high to Cervera, and that was a strike. Let's see if big delay on my YouTube to the actual live. There's a fastball, catches the outside corner. Max Castle ahead in the count. One-two pitch, swung on and grounded down the third base line. It's fair. Hudson Blank with the throw, and it's wide of the mark and gets all the way to the wall. Cervera is rounding second, but he will stay put there. That's going to be an infield single and an error on the third baseman in my book. Don't really have an official score I wouldn't expect, but Hudson Blank tried to make a very difficult play there, and his throw pulled Goolsby off, but it eluded him. And a runner at second base with 2 outs. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Fernando Andujar, the left fielder. Breaking pitch, called strike. Nice start to the at-bat here. Andujar, also from Puerto Rico, attended the Carlos Beltran Academy, 5'11", 160 pounds. Another breaking pitch hit to Lorenz. He's got a chance to get all 3 outs, throw over to first. And Goolsby almost came off that base a little bit too early, but first base umpire very delayed in his out call, says he got him. So 3 ground balls to the shortstop, and the slowly hit roller down the third base line was the only hit. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We are through 2 innings of work here. Scheduled for 7, and it's 1-0 Southeastern. Take a break on the Vol State Sports Network. New pitcher on for Southeastern, number 16, Wade Sabo, 5'11", 200-pound sophomore from Mater D Catholic High School, Carlisle, Illinois. He's going to face Elijah Harris leading off the top of the third inning. Harris' second plate appearance, grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat. 5'8", 180-pound freshman from Harrison County High School in Cynthiana, Kentucky, the son of Vincent and Rebecca Harris. Takes the 1-0 pitch and fouls it straight back. The brother to Jordan and twin sisters Kaya and Kimmy and Tyler. Grandson of Mamaw and Grandpa and Grandma, all in Cynthiana, Kentucky. Thanks to Shannon Prairie for the email at treesports@gmail.com. Harris just looks at a breaking pitch just up from the left-hander that reminds me of Country Cade McKee, former Vol State pitcher, now at Midway University, where Ross Spurgeon is now the pitching coach. Elijah Harris takes a cut there, comes up empty. Harris typically does not get cheated on his swings. The Prairies, watching from Jerome, Idaho, near Twin Falls. Just gets a piece of that one, fouls it off to the right side. Grandpa and Grandma Prairie in Jerome, Idaho. So, Shannon, the question is, are you actually there in Idaho, or are you in Clarksville? 2-2 pitch to Harris is high, and full count Ministries, full count. You're both, the way your email reads is Troy and Shannon are in Jerome, Idaho right now. That's my final answer. And another full count, first pitch foul ball off the bat of Elijah Harris. Tucker Lorenz bringing over some new baseballs for our home plate umpire. Elijah Harris, Tucker Lorenz, Hudson Blank scheduled to face Sabo, S-A-B-O. Another foul tip on a letter high pitch. Might have been a ball. Elijah Harris not leaving it up to the umpire, though. That's a smart move on his part. If it's close, take a hack. Leadoff batter here in the top of the third inning. The left-hander kicks and deals. It is strike three on the inside corner. Harris did not employ the same thought process to that pitch as he did the one prior, and he goes down looking. Tucker Lorenz steps in, left-handed hitter. Lined a single off the pitcher's elbow in his first plate appearance, but was later stranded at third base. 5'11", 170-pound freshman from Loudon, Tennessee. Attended Sweetwater High School, just graduated in May, a general studies major. Son of Jeremy and Emily Lorenz, brother to Riley. Breaking pitch high. Hello to Papaw and Grammy and Gramps and Doozy, all in Loudon, Tennessee. .20 pitch, swung on and popped foul. That will get over to the bullpen and into the bullpen where Parker White is getting ready, or was getting ready. He'll be the next pitcher for the Pioneers. Son of Paul White and Carrie Myers. I know Paul White is dialed in. Probably got the 85-inch big screen down there in Huntsville, Alabama. Foul ball to the screen. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lorenz had 3 at-bats in the game on Wednesday as he substituted in for Brady Nepper at shortstop. Had a walk, a fly out, and a strikeout. Has a single in his first at-bat here, and he is going to go down looking just like Elijah Harris on that outside corner. These freshmen are learning. Strike zone is a little bit wider than they're probably, well, it can't be what they're used to in high school. High school's probably got a pretty good wide zone. Maybe they were thinking that when they got up to JUCO baseball, it might tighten up just a hair, but my experience is no. Umpires are paid for outs, not runs. That pitch is in there for a called strike. I'm not offering my opinion about whether that's good or bad. I'm just telling you that that's my experience. A couple baseballs especially on the outside of a plate, not uncommon to be called a strike, and probably if that's not the case, we might have 4-hour ball games. Hudson Blank had a served double down the right field line. Put runners at second and third. He's going to go down the right side this time, and it will get out of play. First baseman Dawson Griffith, Rigo Cervera, and right fielder Parker Mathis over to meet there to watch it go into the grass. Down just in front of the Falcons bullpen down the right field line. Both bullpens outside of the playing area. On deck, Brody Prairie hoping to get an at-bat here in the third. Breaking pitch misses down. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Glad to have a lot of the new folks here who are emailing in. 40th high school reunion. Young man. Fisted. See if the first baseman Griffith can get over. He can't, as it will land safely in foul territory as Hudson Blank was jammed. Troy's 40th high school reunion. Ooh, that looked pretty close to being the third, caught looking for Wade Sabo, but Hudson Blank, I wouldn't take that pitch again. You're going to get 1, you may not get 2. Fouled off. Blank, the son of Joshua and Marissa Blank, brother to Isabella, who attends the University of South Florida. Hello to Big Ed and Rhoda in Marissa, Illinois. I wonder how far Marissa, Illinois is away from here. Maybe they're here at the ball game. Ground ball to second. Cervera up, throws on the run, and he throws that in the way. Hudson Blank falls down, and he's going to be able to retreat. Probably the best thing that happened to him after rounding first base. He took a dive. He's going to reach on the errant throw by Cervera, the second baseman. Tried to round first base. Catcher Kyson Nessler was hustling down the line, and he might have had a shot to throw Blank out at second base if he tried to move down that way. And now I'm not sure what the issue is. Jim McGuire talking to the first base umpire about an issue. I saw him point to something. Maybe he was wondering if the first baseman had interfered with Hudson Blank's ability to go to second base. I didn't see that being an issue. Brody Prairie steps in. He struck out in the first. And there's a pickoff. He's not going to. Hudson Blank's going to reach second base. Runs right into the shortstop on his dive, Freddie Vasquez, and he's going to be caught stealing for out number 3. He was picked off and decided to head on down to second base anyway. So that's the 1 to 3 to 6 caught stealing. That ends the top of the third. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left on base. Parker White, redshirt sophomore, is out on the mound. Not sure if he gets 1 or 2 innings here today. Probably going to get 2 as Wade Sabo goes 1 inning, faces 3 batters, ends up picking off Blank. Brody Prairie was on deck, but he will bat leading off the top of the 4th inning. We are headed to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Let's tell you a little bit about P-Dub, one of the returning full count D group members. He and Braxton Alexander, who pitched in game 1, and Cam Hodges, who's sitting at home nursing an injury, a little freak deal that happened right before the game on Wednesday. So Cam, if you're listening, thinking about you, buddy. I know you wish you were here and you were playing in this ball game right now, or the game 1. Parker White's a 6'1", 195-pound redshirt sophomore. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. Went to and played at Knoxville West High School. 3rd-year player at Vol State, the son of Paul White in Huntsville, Alabama, and Kerry Myers in Knoxville. Got an older brother, Eli, and younger brothers, Tanner and younger sister, Ellie. Hello to Owa in Tazewell, Tennessee. Did get to pitch last year, but did not pitch past the halfway point and ended up getting a medical red shirt after only 14 2/3 innings of work a year ago. So got a medical red shirt, was the 2nd team all-conference starting pitcher in 2023 as a true freshman. He will face 1, 2, and 3 in the Southeastern Illinois lineup. First pitch is away for ball 1. Fouled back off the screen. Count goes a ball and a strike. Eliezer Chever, the center fielder, struck out swinging in the first. He was one of 3 strikeouts for Max Castle in the ball game. There's a changeup, misses down. Castle had 3 strikeouts in the first inning and 3 groundouts to the shortstop in his 2nd inning of work. Gave up a hit in each inning. There's a fastball that tails back in on the inside corner for a called strike. A lot of movement on pitches by Parker White. Looks like a very young version of Parker White out there with a shaved look. Curveball misses outside. Well, a full count ministries, full count. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have another verse of the game. Get out of the book of Psalms. Full count pitch popped up on the right side. This should be playable for Goolsby in foul territory. He moves back toward fair, but catches it in foul territory for out number 1. And a good start for Parker White. Brings up right fielder Parker Mathis, who struck out looking in the first. And Mathis is going to take a 69 mile an hour curveball between the 2 and the 4 on his jersey. Parker, good sportsmanship. You had gone over there like they do in Little League and said, hey, I'm sorry. They just don't do it in college, though. That's okay. Pretty sure Parker knows he didn't. Mathis from Madisonville, Kentucky, the home of the Madisonville Miners in the Ohio Valley League. Summer Collegiate Wood Bat League. Broadcasted in for 3 years. Aaron Sanders fouls the first pitch he sees off to the right. He walked on a full count pitch. Reached second on that full count pitch that hit the dirt. Catcher J.C. Menendez could not locate it. Ended up scoring on a double by Dawson Griffith, who is on deck. Aaron Sanders is the number 3 hole hitter in the lineup, and he also plays third base. Good lead by Parker Mathis. He does not stay, or does not go. Slowly hit ground ball. Tucker Lorenz tries to go to second, and that's about the only play he probably had. And Mathis beats the throw, so an infield single for Sanders. I don't think that Lorenz had a chance to get Sanders at first base, so that puts runners at first and second. And the cleanup hitter, Dawson Griffith, barrel-chested first baseman, stands in with ducks on the pond once again. Breaking pitch down. Runner's going to go to third. Throw down, not in time. Mathis steals third. That leaves runners now at first and third. Apparently, Sanders didn't get the memo on if that was a called steal. White having to pitch out of a jam here. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch, moving away from the right-handed hitter. Trevor Mutzi is the pitching coach, calling the pitches, relaying to J.C. Menendez. Ground ball foul. J.C. has an earpiece in and a radio attached to him somewhere, and Trevor Mutzi is calling in the pitch and the location. He is then relaying delayed steal, no throw. See Vol State do the delayed steal a little bit. I don't remember 40 years ago when Troy was graduating from high school. Actually, it's swing and a miss right there as P-Dub gets the strikeout. Let's see, 18 over 40 plus years ago. Yeah, 42 years ago when I was playing baseball at Belmont. I don't ever remember doing a delayed steal unless it was on that first and third. At Vol State, I see do it pretty regular. 2 outs. Smash that gets off the glove of Lorenz. 1 run scores. Here comes the throw. Throw to the plate is up the line, and 2 runs are going to come in. Down to second base goes Griffin Gladich. See what happened on that play at shortstop. Just went off his glove. I'm going to say that's an E6. Southeastern now leads 3-0. And Kyson Nessler, the catcher, stands in with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So no RBI. I'm not. Guess there's a chance it could have been a single and then an error, but when Lorenz went to retrieve that ball out in left field or into left field, his throw to the plate allowed Gladich to move down to second base. Nestler started the string of ground outs to shortstop and comes up empty on that swing. I think we got a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Popped up into right field. Jaden Perez waving his arms like he's going to catch that one easily, and he will for out number 3. But Southeastern scores 2 more runs. And I'm going to show them right now as unearned runs. There was 1 hit in the inning, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. Again, I am not the official scorer. Coach Jim McGuire handles that, but does make the score 3-0. No changing that. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. Pioneers will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate to face a new pitcher. Another left-hander, Ryan Young, the third pitcher on for Southeastern Illinois. From Montano, I'm going to go with Manteno, Illinois. Montano, Illinois, 6 foot, 190-pound freshman left-hander. Will face left-handed hitting Brody Prairie. Then back on the right side, Cooper Wallace and another lefty, Cole Ulrich, the DH. Prairie struck out swinging in the first inning. Steps in, face a new pitcher. Sun shining over or through the clouds here in Carbondale, Illinois. Ground ball to second. Down on the ground goes Cervera. And he throws Prairie out at first base for the first out of the inning. Cervera, 135 pounds. There's no way that ground ball knocked him down, but maybe a little slippery out there with the rain and this turf. He was able to right himself and throw out Prairie for out number 1. Cooper Wallace grounded out. First pitch he saw to the shortstop. He swings at the first pitch he sees here from Ryan Young and fouls it off. Cooper's a redshirt freshman from Clarksville Academy. He and Max Castle played together up in Clarksville. Breaking pitch misses around the outside corner for ball 1. 6 foot, 180-pound accounting major. Got a couple of those. He and J.C. Menendez. I think Max Castle is still an accounting major. After my own heart, I got an accounting degree at Belmont. That pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Had some comeback action to that. Son of Matt Wallace and Tara Goodman, brother to Colton, Hello to Paul and Poppy Paul's in Clarksville. Poppy's in Daytona, Florida. And Dee Dee is in Clarksville. Coop's going to take one off the toe, and he's going to hobble down to first base with a hit by pitch. Trying to become the Framework Athletics first run of the game for the Pioneers. See if Cole Ulrich can put a shot out there into the green in the outfield or maybe over the wall. 330 down the lines, 365 in the alleys, 390 to dead center field. A little bit bigger than Pioneer Field, where it's 320 down the lines and 355 in the alleys. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch low. Tough pitch to hit right there. Pioneers will be back in action at home on Tuesday. Throw over to first. Wallace back in time. Take on the Midland 18U travel squad. Midland's a team out of Cincinnati normally, but they now have teams down here in Middle Tennessee. I just found that out recently. Another throw over to first base. Midland is after the Midland Guardian Corporation. It's an insurance company. It's well known nationally. It's pretty well known 45 years ago when I played there. I played there for 2 years, after my senior year of high school and freshman year of college. Cole Ulrich, he is an on-base machine. He gets hit by a pitch as well. He's got another walk and a hit by pitch. It's exactly what his line was against Cumberland on Wednesday. So he's 4 for 4 in the on-base category. It brings up J.C. Menendez, who had one at-bat. Let me see. Let me make sure that's true. No, he had 2 at-bats. Hit a triple to the right center field wall. Drove in his brother cousin, Jaden Perez, in the game on Wednesday, and then also drew a walk. And he pops one up to the right side. Should be playable for Parker Mathis, the right fielder, and it is. JC swung at a bad pitch there, right off the hop. Ends up, I think he thought it was going to be a fastball, and it ends up being a breaking pitch right around his left knee, and barely got the bat on it. Flies out to right field. That's out number 2. That brings up Abe Goolsby. Looking for a 2-out knock to drive in a run. Cooper Wallace standing down at second base. Pretty good lead. Couple looks back at second, and the delivery, and there's a ground ball to third. The third baseman is just going to tag out Cooper Wallace. That's Aaron Sanders. He didn't want to go back to the bag, so Goolsby ends up grounding into the fielder's choice. That will end the inning. 5 unassisted on the putout of Cooper Wallace. So the Pioneers get some base runners on a couple hit by pitches. We can't plate that Framework Athletics first run of the game yet. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. Parker White out for his second inning of work. We'll be right back on the Ball State Sports Network. We're in game 2 of the Dinger JUCO Showcase. It's the second year that Fall State has played in this showcase. We will be at MTSU for the TCCAA Showcase next Sunday. Slated to play Columbia State at 10 a.m. at Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and then take on Pellissippi State, new entrant into the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. The Pellissippi State Pelicans, I think, at 12:30. So back-to-back games. Squaring around a bunt on the first pitch is Freddie Vasquez, the shortstop, and apparently he did offer. And it's strike one. Parker White out for his second inning of work. Faced 6 batters in the third. Vasquez grounded out to short. In his first plate appearance on deck is Rigo Cervera, second baseman. Breaking pitch popped up to the right side. This should be playable for Goolsby in foul territory, and he'll make his second catch of a foul pop-up in this ball game. That's out number 1. Matter of fact, that's exactly how Parker White started out the top of the third, a foul pop-up over to Abe Goolsby. Cervera steps to the plate, reached on an infield single over to third baseman Hudson Blank as he swings and misses at that first pitch, tailed about 3 feet away from Cervera's bat. He's a redshirt sophomore, third-year player out of Clarksville, Tennessee, Northwest High School. Swing and a miss. I think I missed a ball in there. Ball 2 strikes to Cervera. Ground ball slowly hit to shortstop. Lorenz on 2 hops gloves and throws over to Goolsby for his 4th assist of the ball game. It's 2 quick outs for Parker White. Hoping he's pitching pain-free out here today. He will face the number 9 hole hitter, Fernando Andujar. He gets first one in there for a called strike. Pounding the zone here in his second inning of work. Max Castle started the game. He went 2 innings. Swing and a miss on a slow 70-mile-an-hour breaking pitch. Castle, 2 hits, a run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 3. White trying to finish off Andujar here in the 4th. And it should do it. Fly ball out to right field. Jaden Perez back and looking up into the cloudy sky, and he's going to make the catch. And there's a 1, 2, 3 inning for Parker White. So he comes off getting his work done. Ends up facing 9 in the ball game. Goes 2 innings. Gives up only 1 hit, 2 runs. Still have to sit down and figure out. I don't think any of those are earned. Did not walk a batter, did hit 1. Struck out 1 batter. Pretty good work after his inning on Wednesday that he went 1 inning, struck out 1 batter. He went 1, 2, 3 in that inning. Fly out, strike out, and a ground out. So this week he's faced 12 batters. Got 9 outs. New pitcher on the mound for Southeastern. We'll tell you about him when we return, or I return. There's not a mouse in my pocket. I'll be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Top of the 8th. New pitcher on the mound, right-hander Austin Rathgeb. Or it could be Rathgeb. It's Rathgeb. He's from Godfrey, Illinois, which is the home of Lewis and Clark, I believe. Gets the first pitch in there to Jaden Perez for a called strike. Perez walked in the second inning. Left-handed hitter, freshman from Miami, Florida. Fastball misses low and away. Not sure if there's any defensive changes for Southeastern Illinois. Still have Fernando Andujar in left, Eliezer Chavert in center, Parker Mathis in right. Aaron Sanders at third, Freddie Vasquez at short, Vigo Cervera at second, Dawson Griffith at first, and Kyson Nessler behind the plate. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Perez doesn't like that one. Let's see if I can get us caught up. I think we're at a ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Kobe Ross, the DH. And down on strikes goes Perez. Goes down swinging. Only 2 hits for Vol State. Those were back-to-back hits by Tucker Lorenz and Hudson Blank in the first. Kobe Ross stands in. Good-looking outfielder. Might get on the mound from time to time as well. Gets those arms extended. He can hit a ball a long way as well. Kobe's the son of Yolanda Walker and brother to Corey. Has a granny in Louisville, Kentucky. Might be listening in on the Vol State Sports Network. See if we can get some balls and strikes up here. Education major from Louisville, Kentucky. 6'3", 205 pounds. On deck, Elijah Harris, I think. That's ball 3, yes. Pole was in my way. I'm in the visiting radio booth. All glass all the way around, so got to be careful picking your nose around here. 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. If you're into, 100% hygiene here. 3 balls and a strike, 1 out, nobody on. Ball State trying to get some action on the bases, but that's popped up in the infield. Pitcher Austin Rathgeb is going to give that up to the first baseman Dawson Griffith, who makes the catch. That's 2 outs. Harris gets his third at bat. He's 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher. And a strikeout looking. Kobe Ross was just way out ahead of that off-speed pitch. Could not, as they say, hold his water. Wait back on that one. Drop it to the right side. Right fielder out here, Parker Mathis, playing very shallow for Elijah Harris. Center fielder is on the logo, the Saluki logo out in center field. So they're not expecting Elijah Harris to be able to hit the ball very far. They might be surprised. He's not an imposing figure, but as I said earlier, he swings hard. He does not get cheated. 5'8", 180 pounds, pretty compact. Ooh, he squares around the bunt, takes a breaking pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Third baseman Aaron Sanders was already in. Starts just half a step in, even at the bag, and he moves in a little bit. Fastball in there for a called strike, and Harris down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two outs, nobody on. Top of the 5th inning. 4th pitcher on for the Falcons from Southeastern Illinois. Slider, not a competitive pitch there, and the count goes 2-2. Tucker Lorenz hoping to get an at-bat here in the 5th inning. Probably broadcast a softball game tomorrow from Gallatin campus. Swing and a miss on a high changeup. Down goes Harris. 1-2-3 inning for Vol State. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and a 1-2-3 inning for Rathgeb or Jeb. Pioneers can't get anything going here in the 2nd game of the Dinger JUCO Showcase, leaving it for the 6th and the 7th innings, I guess. We'll be right back, tell you about the new pitcher when I return on the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Caden Blackford, a redshirt sophomore out of White House High School in White House, Tennessee, on in relief. 6'2", 175-pound right-hander, the son of Jeff and Kim Blackford, brother to Alexa and Davis, and the grandson of Pop in Ridgetop and Nana in White House. A year ago at 4 appearances, 1 start, an 0-1 record. 6 innings of work, 3 strikeouts that time, and 3rd-year player here, one of 7 third-year players for Vol State. Give you that list. Reed Mashinsky, Drew Plummer, Devin Thrain, Parker White, Braxton Alexander, Cam Hodges, and Caden Blackford. All are here except my man Cam, who's at home nursing an injury, hoping to get back for at least the showcase next weekend at MTSU. Redshirt sophomore from Sevierville, Tennessee. One of 3 second-year returning full count D group members. And a good one at that. Blackford will face 1, 2, and 3 in the Southeastern Illinois lineup. Eliezer Chevere, Chevere. I'm probably butchering that, but Chevere. Parker Mathis, Aaron Sanders. First pitch off speed is high and inside. Chevere 0 for 2, strikeout and a pop out to the first baseman in foul territory. Blackford gets a 1-hop ground ball to the busy Tucker Lorenz, who throws on to first base to retire Chevere for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Blackford ended up having to start the game, the last game of the regular season. Who was that against? Was that against Cleveland State? As Mathis tries to lay down a bunt. That was back on April 27th. That was game 1 of the doubleheader on Saturday. And I think everybody but about 10 players were suspended for a couple games as breaking pitch misses outside after the brawl at Jackson, Tennessee in game 3 against Jackson State Caden, one of a dozen or so. Ground ball over to first base. Goolsby gloves, and he's going to underhand to Blackford, who's covering at first base. Sorry, watching and not directing. But Goolsby went down to a knee. Ground ball right to him, and he gloved. Had a little trouble getting a handle on it. Ended up deciding to underhand to Caden Blackford for out number 2. So the pitcher's fielding practice works to perfection there. Brings up Aaron Sanders, who's been on base. Both times he's come to the plate. Looks at a nice breaking pitch in there for a called strike. He walked and scored in the first and singled, infield single, and scored in the third. Blackford trying to get through 1, 2, and 3, and they're going to say that he swung at that slider low and away. Blackford ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Caden had to take one for the team against Cleveland State, a very, very good hitting team. Slider, he tried to nip at that inside corner. Did not get the call. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parker White went 2 innings of work, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs. I think they were unearned. No walks, 1 strikeout, did hit 1 batter. Cooper Wallace still in left. Brody Prairie in center. Jaden Perez in right. Hudson Blank at third. Tucker Lorenz at shortstop. Elijah Harris at second. Abe Goolsby down at first. J.C. Menendez catches the swing and a miss. Strikeout. Coming from Caden Blackford with a 1-2-3 inning, and that is 7 straight retired by the Pioneers here against the Falcons. Great inning by Caden Blackford, who goes 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Good job, Caden. See if we can get some runs on the board against a new pitcher. Tell you about him when we return on the Vol State Sports Network. Thankfully, the rain holding off here in game number 2. Had a little bit of shower between game 1 and 2, but sun peeking out here in Carbondale, Illinois, as we move to the top of the 6th inning. New pitcher on for Southeastern Illinois, number 22, Jace Thurby. 6'4", 155-pound redshirt freshman right-hander from Henderson, Kentucky. Attended Webster County, Henderson, Kentucky, the home of the Henderson Flash in the Ohio Valley League. Last couple of years, 3-4 years, have gotten to know the state of Kentucky, which is between my home state of Ohio and now my new home, adopted home in Tennessee. Thurby, Thurby, misses with that pitch outside. Austin Rathgeb goes 1 inning. Does not allow a base runner. Strikes out 2 of his 1 inning of work. That sails high. Lorenz looking at a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Thank you for joining me on the Vol State Sports Network. Appreciate Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire and the rest of the coaches allowing me to broadcast sports for the Pioneers. Started in baseball. And Athletic Director Bobby Hudson asked me if I did basketball too. And I said, yeah, I have. Back in 1978 in high school, actually 1977, my junior year. Breaking pitch, misses inside. Lorenz might have just got evened up there. That one might have nipped that inside corner, but the one previous might have been a hair outside. But he's going to look at a full count. Ministry's full count. He's got a single and a strikeout and 2 at-bats here as the number 2 hole hitter for Vol State. Getting shut out right now, and Lorenz going to reach on the walk. Only the 3rd walk of the day for Southeastern Illinois, playing in their first game in the Dinger JUCO Showcase. I think they play right after this game. I'm not sure who their opponent is, but whoever they are, they're sitting behind the third base dugout where the Pioneers are situated. Hudson Blank steps to the plate, throw over to first, not in time. Blank doubled in the first and reached on an error in the second inning. Then was promptly picked off or caught stealing, as officially it goes in the scorebook. Couple looks over to first and delivers a fastball. Good. Okay. Called strike in the left-handed batter's box. Hudson, you get one a little closer to plate, better take a hack. Like that one. Breaking pitch drives Chavert back to deep center field, and he gloves. Blank really didn't even get that one very well, I didn't think, and drove the center fielder to deep center field for out number 1. When we're on the road, we're happy to be able to bring 2 camera angles for you. Last time, tried our 5-camera setup at the home game. We will try that again on Tuesday, taking on the 18U Midland squad as Brody Prairie stands in, looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2. Guess Brody's probably not going to pitch in this game. Maybe just a fielder. Did pitch on Wednesday. Had one of the innings, throw over to first. Lorenz back in time. Haven't seen Tucker run a bunch this fall so far, but I would expect as a top of the order and position he plays, he probably can run pretty good. Has about an average lead at first, though, so that's not a base stealer's lead in my estimation, as that pitch misses high and away. Lucas Wilburn, the volunteer assistant coach down at first base. He's in his first year. Trevor Mutzi is the first-year pitching coach. He's in the dugout. Slow breaking pitch catches that outside corner. Prairie not ready for that, but it's okay. That's why they give you 3 of them. And I always told my son, don't ever get fooled on a first strike. So you get fooled on that, then just hang on to the bat. Just hope you get another pitch, another throw over to first base. These guys that on a 2-0 pitch, maybe they're looking for a fastball and they see that breaking pitch come in, and they think they have to go ahead and swing at it, and they don't get a good pass at it. And they dribble out to the second baseman. Another throw over. Lorenz back. See the sun hitting the field now. Off to the right of the press box here at Itchy Jones Stadium. There's a fastball that Prairie got, but he fouled that one off. I believe it's a single 9-inning game on Tuesday back at Pioneer Field at the Tim Garrett Baseball Complex in Gallatin at 6 o'clock. Swing and a miss. Down goes Prairie. On a high fastball, couldn't hold up. Brody Prairie played at Rossview High School. Got to do one of his high school games where he played at Pioneer Field against the Hendersonville Commandos. Played center field that ball game. He went 2 for 4. Cooper Wallace, also from Clarksville. That pitch misses low and outside. Nestler thought about throwing down to first base. Lorenz sneaking off just a little bit, but Lorenz able to get back. Wallace grounded out and has now lined to right field for a base hit that will get down. One hop. The throw comes in off the glove of the cutoff man, but does not get far enough away where Lorenz could move up. And runners now at first and second with 2 outs. There is the first hit since the first inning off the bat of Cooper Wallace, who's now 1 for 2, and he's been on base 2 out of the 3 times. Was also hit by a pitch, as was Cole Ulrich. Took a plunking. He stands at the plate. Aggressive swinging, fouls that one straight back. Again, if you wanted to join the show, send an email to treesports@gmail.com. That'll be open all the time. If you have questions regarding Vol State baseball or Vol State athletics, time or of games, whatever, I will respond. That goes to my phone and or my watch. I keep it with me regularly. So if you have a question and think maybe I can answer, I mean, you could go random and say, what's the tallest peak in the Himalayas? But you got a Googler, you can answer that one probably yourself. Mount Kilimanjaro, I think. I don't know, I'm just making up names of mountains. I know it's not Mount Rainier. Breaking pitch and the lid falls off, but Ulrich able to hold up on a swing. We get a good look at that red flow off of Jace Thurby. Brady Davis, right-hander for Vol State, has a nice red lock, says Cole Ulrich. He's been to the plate 5 times this week. He's either drawn a walk or been hit by a pitch in all 5 of those plate appearances. Second walk of the inning by Thurby, and with that base hit by Cooper Wallace, the bases are loaded. It is J.C. Menendez time. He's got to fly out to center, fly out to right. It's time for him to put one down in the gap. He swings and slices one off the screen to the right of the press box. I like swinging at that first pitch. Again, you don't want to get fooled on that first pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, and JC's down in the count, 0-2. Have not given his parents a shout out today. Ozzy and Ileana Menendez. Hello to Papa in Miami and Grandma Sarah and Ray in Miami as well. There's another accounting major. JC, 5'10", 190-pound redshirt freshman. And he looks at a pitch. That's tough 0-2 pitch to take right there, and he lived to tell about it. Something off speed out of the hand of Thurby. I think JC was fooled by that one. The Miami, Florida product looking to deliver for the Pioneers. Another fastball up at 82 miles an hour. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Abe Goolsby, hoping to get an at-bat here in the 6th. There's a 7-batter limit in each inning, a 4-run limit as well. And we're on a total 2-hour and 20-minute time limit. Breaking pitch missed somewhere. And we'll have a full count. Ministries full count with the bases loaded. The circle will start with the pitch. And there the runners go, and the pitch is inside. JC Menendez is going to draw the walk and drive in the Framework Athletics first run of the game. And the rhythm, the Pioneers get on the board. If you're wondering who the Rhythm are, that's the Full Count Rhythm, and that's my summer collegiate team that I just got done doing about 50-something games with in June and July. Now 3 walks in the inning. That scores Tucker Lorenz. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Abe Goolsby. Change up inside. Goolsby struck out in the 2nd. Grounded into a force out with runners at 1st and 2nd in the 4th inning. 1-0 pitch popped up to the right side. This might be playable for Dawson Griffith over by the fence, and he will make the catch out of your viewing area for out number 3. The Pioneers get on the board finally. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base. As 2, 4, 6, he was the last batter that was going to be able to come to the plate anyway. The Pioneers finally score and are down 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see, 2, 5, 26, so we've got about 33 minutes left in this game. 2-hour and 20-minute time limit. We'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. That is Garrett Bruce, sophomore out of Gallatin, Tennessee, 5'11", 150-pound right-hander. Finished his high school career at Gallatin High School, but formerly lived in Rancho Cucamonga, California. Exercise science major, the son of Brent and Tiffany Bruce. The older brother to Grant, Olivia, and Gibson. Grandson of Grandpa and Grandma in Austin, Texas. His 2nd year with the Pioneers. Walked on just down the road as Fall State located in Gallatin. Had 3 appearances a year ago, all in relief. Did not record a decision in 2 2/3 innings of work. Had a couple of strikeouts in his few appearances and looking to get on the list of people that Coach McGuire feels comfortable bringing out of that bullpen. A right-hander that he does not like to lose. And, he doesn't throw it hard, but he'll throw you strikes and he'll battle every time. Like to see Garrett Bruce do well and get an opportunity here in this showcase. He pitched on Wednesday through an inning, walked 1, struck out 1, faced 4 batters in that ball game. I don't have the stats for the inter-squad games. I will, hoping to get those soon from Coach McGuire, Coach Mutzi, Coach Wilburn. I'm not sure how that's going to be calculated or compiled. Hoping to get that of the games that I broadcast. I keep a scorebook I keep a scorebook actually also for the inter-squad games that I have not broadcasted. I have not compiled those into stats yet. Garrett Bruce to face 4, 5, and 6 of the Southeastern Illinois lineup, and he throws a slider in there at 74 miles an hour for a called strike to Dawson Griffith, the first baseman who doubled and drove in a run in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Bats here in the sixth. Same pitch, just a little bit elevated from GB. Garrett Bruce. He likes to think that it's the Tim Garrett Bruce baseball complex over there at Fall State. Gets a swing and a miss. I said, well, you donate a whole lot more money, they might just change the name of that complex to the Tim Garrett Bruce complex. And he gets that slider to work again. Swing and a miss. Down goes Griffith, and a good start for Garrett Bruce. Shows up in the locker room with his work boots and work clothes. Apparently he is involved in construction with, I'm assuming it's a family member. Hey, let's get that out up there on the board. And a foul ball off the bat of the left-handed hitting DH, Griffin Gladich. Strike called, delayed from, we have a new umpire behind the plate here that just took over in the bottom of the sixth inning. So batters and catchers have to get used to a new umpire. The reason is ground ball down to first base. It's going to be played by Abe Goolsby down there at first. This is also a training time for umpires, so these showcases allow umpires from around the region to come and get work in and get evaluated, learn from more senior umpires. They are being watched and provided in-game instruction as well. First pitch to Nessler, fouled off. Garrett Bruce trying for a 1-2-3 inning. Almost got a swing. They're going to check down at first base. He says no, he did not go. I agree with that call. 1-1 pitch coming to Nessler, who's over 2, ground out and a fly out. Bruce tried to step on one there, but yanked glove side, 2 balls and a strike. Freddie Vasquez in the on-deck circle hoping to get an at-bat. Garrett Bruce hopes to leave him there for the next Pioneer pitcher. Swing, a half swing by Nessler, and he knows he went. Sheepishly pulls that bat back and get ready for a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Garrett Bruce working that slider to perfection here in his 1 inning of work, and there it is again, and I guess on the call, he gets the call on a 1-2-3 inning by Garrett Bruce. Congratulations, young man. Kick back, take those cleats off, and get ready for the 3+ hour bus ride back. We do have 1 more inning of work for a Vol State pitcher. But Garrett Bruce is the 3rd straight Pioneer pitcher to retire. The Falcons in order. Parker White did it in his 2nd inning of work. Caden Blackford did it, and Garrett Bruce also. Let's take a quick break. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for Southeastern Illinois when we return on the Ball State Sports Network. New pitcher on for Southeastern Illinois is a left-hander from Scottsburg, Indiana, 5'11", 155-pound Dylan Roberts, freshman, on for his 1 inning of work in the final inning of the showcase for the Pioneers hitters. Jaden Perez, Kobe Ross, and then the top of the order, Elijah Harris, scheduled to face Dylan Roberts. We will play the bottom of the 7th. Have one more pitcher for the Pioneers to get some work in. Breaking pitch swung on and fouled over to the Falcons dugout. Perez 0 for 1, walked in the 2nd and struck out in the 5th. Looking for a base knock right here off a lefty. Breaking pitch called strike, and Perez just walks out of the dugout, and he's down in the count 0-2. Perez has to duck away from that breaking pitch. Ball, 2 strikes to the right fielder. Grounds one slowly to the right side. Cervera gloves and throws over to first for out number 1. We'll bring up Kobe Ross for his 3rd at-bat. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball on the fielder's choice and a pop out to the first baseman. Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone alumni spotlight for this ball game. Left-handed pitcher Caden Johnson. Swing and a miss by Kobe Ross on a changeup. Left-hander had an excellent year for Pioneers last year and parlayed that into a scholarship to Tennessee Wesleyan University, an NAIA school over in East Tennessee, one of the top teams in NAIA. Caden Johnson, 48 innings of work last year. That one's fouled off. Had a 5-2 record and 14 appearances. 10 of those were starts, 2 complete games, a shutout. Also had a save. 74 strikeouts. Was one of the tops in the TCCAA. Caden Johnson is our Allie Cassidy Brick and Stone alumni spotlight. See if I got the count right. I don't have the ability to look at the scoreboard. There's not a scoreboard being run today. Might have missed one. Let's see. So it doesn't matter, swing and a miss. Kobe Ross swings over the top of a breaking pitch. He's down on strikes. Now 2 outs, and Elijah Harris gets his 4th AB of the ball game. Looking for that first base hit, grounded out to the pitcher and struck out twice. If you're interested in a brick for your Vol State baseball alum, you can send me an email at treesports@gmail.com. We already have the brick patio that is started with several bricks with players' names, coaches' names that are engraved into the brick. Swing and a miss, and Harris down, count, no balls and 2 strikes. We need to get Connor Paul to his folks. He's a one-and-doner headed to Belmont Abbey. Fastball high and tight, 81 miles an hour. Need to get one for KT, Kenny Thomas, longtime coach for Vol State, then went down to University of South Carolina at Aiken for 20 years. Change up down in the turf. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. He does not have a brick in the alumni patio yet. Starts to go. They're going to check down at first base, and the first base umpire, who you can't see on that shot, says no, he did not go. So we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. In fact, after this batter, we'll just go to our Full Count Ministries verse of the game. I have a very, very, very short, abbreviated time after the ball game, as these guys are going to be waiting on me to break down all my equipment so we can get on the bus together. I don't want to keep them delayed. Ball forward to Elijah Harris. He finally reaches. Brings up Tucker Lorenz. He walked and scored the Framework Athletics only run of the game right now. Framework Athletics, where the Pioneers work out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Weight training over there, also batting cages. Breaking pitch at the letters for a called strike. Tucker kind of tilts his head and says, I don't know about that one. Shortstop been busy out in the field today. Lefty on lefty matchup and delivers. This is outside. Framework Athletics, owned by Ryan McDuffie, the now former co-owner of CrossFit Hendersonville, and Zach Duke, former Major League left-handed pitcher who has settled in the Gallatin area. And Framework Athletics looking to get involved in all manner of athletics in Middle Tennessee area. Yanked glove side and in the turf, blocked by Nessler. Count goes 3 balls and a strike. Hudson Blank in the on-deck circle, hoping to get an at-bat here in the 7th. 2 outs, Elijah Harris at first base. Not going anywhere. There's a delayed steal, throw down to second base, and Harris is in there. Just got a fingernail on the bag, I think. There's that delayed steal. He was not going right away. Throw down by Nessler, pretty good. And Harris nearly took an at-bat away from Lorenz. Breaking pitch, that got him. Swing and a miss. Tucker fooled on that one, but able to at least get a hack at it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Dylan Roberts. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. That's the end of the batting for Fall State. We will pitch it in the bottom of the 7th. See who it is that's coming out. That looks like Drew Moorhead. One of the new guys, so to wait for him to turn around, and it in fact is 5'11", 195-pound freshman. He's a Rossview High School graduate from Clarksville, Tennessee, general studies major, the son of Jeff and Leishan Moorhead. Has a grandma in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I don't think Drew threw in that game on Wednesday. He did not. I've seen him throw, I think, once. Seem to recall that he did well, so hoping for a good outing here from Moorhead to get a good taste, keep a good taste in the mouth as we hop back on the bus and head back to Gallatin. A little behind on my score sheet here. Ball State will finish with 1 run. And they are looking to keep this game to a 3-1 margin. Ended up tying in game 1 5-5, but it had trouble collecting hits here in game 2. Finished with 3 hits in the ball game, 1 run. On the pitching side, have given up only 3 hits as well, but 2 unearned runs on an error. Allowed Southeastern to take the 3-0 lead. Looks like we got some pinch hitters here coming on. So swing and a miss by, is that Jax Golden red shirt freshman. I believe that's number 29. Popped up and out of play to the right side. I think we got a 1-2 count. Yes, number 29, Jax Golden, 6 foot, 185-pound redshirt freshman from Trinity, Florida. Getting his first at bat. Looks at a breaking pitch low and outside. He is hitting in Freddie Vasquez spot in the number 7 spot in the lineup. 3-2 breaking pitch swung over the top and missed as Drew Moorhead gets the strikeout for out number 1. And pinch hitting is Darren Newton, 6'1", 225-pound sophomore from Gallatin County, Ridgeway, Illinois. Another breaking pitch misses down. There's a fastball in there at 86 miles an hour for a called strike. Another fastball grounded up the middle. 2 hops, gloved by Tucker Lorenz. He does a 360, and I don't think we're going to be able to keep the toes on the bag. And a infield single. Lorenz tried to do the 360 move that, what's his name, Caden McGee was utilizing in game 1. Didn't work there for Tucker. A pinch runner, Sam Belt, is going to pinch run. First pitch to the third pinch hitter, Deacon Addis from Greenville, Kentucky, in there for a called strike. About a doodad double play to end the ball game. Another breaking pitch catches the outside corner. Throw over to first. Belt is back. Ground ball slowly hit. Lorenz is going to go on to first base. The runner moves down to second, and there's 2 outs. Lorenz had a lot of chances at shortstop here today. Now another pinch hitter for Eliezer Chavert. Deacon Webster. So we went from Deacon Addis to Deacon Webster. Just down on that slider by Moorhead. Probably not find another college baseball team in the country that have 2 Deacons on the roster. Fastball, called strike at the knees. J.C. Menendez tossing his glove away. He's going to catch barehanded, apparently. Or maybe he's going to get a different glove. Apparently that one's broken. They'll give us time for the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. It's found in Psalm 101. Verse 4 says, "A devious heart will be far from me. I will not be involved with evil." Trying to teach the 242D group. Don't have evil thoughts in your mind, at least. If you can't be nice, just don't be evil. Don't be devious. And that's what King David talks about in Psalm 101. It is your Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Reached out and poked that breaking pitch out of play, did Deacon Webster. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second base. This game's been decided. Southeastern Illinois will win this game. The question is, will it stay at 3-1, or will they score more here in the bottom of the 7th? Got about 9 minutes before the 2 hour and 20 minutes is up. And we'll have a Full Count Ministries full count to Deacon Webster. Parker Mathis is in the on-deck circle, the right fielder who started this game. Moorhead steps off as Elijah Harris bolted towards second base as though a pickoff play was on, but Moorhead steps off to allow Harris to be able to get back. There's a full count first pitch foul ball. So the Pioneers will be back in action on Tuesday. Not sure what the weather's looking like next week. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday there might be some issues. I think there's another tropical storm coming, but are scheduled to take on an 18 and under high school team, Midland, at Fall State. Swing and a miss, and Drew Moorhead gets the strikeout and faces 4, gets 2 strikeouts in the inning, and this one ends 3-1. As I said, have to hustle up. Don't have really a player of the game. Pitchers threw well, only gave up what I have on my score sheet as 4 hits and 3 runs, 1 earned. 2, 4, 6, 9 strikeouts in the 7 innings. So for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long from SIU in Carbondale, Illinois, where Pioneers have got 2 games in the Dinger JUCO Showcase. It's been a pleasure bringing you this ball game. It's Tim Reese on the Vol State Sports Network as this one has gone final. Talk to you Tuesday, unless you want to listen in on the softball game tomorrow afternoon as Vol State women, Lady Pioneers, take on Cumberland Lady Phoenix in a softball game. I'm going to try to broadcast right here on the Vol State Sports Network. God bless you. We'll talk to you soon.